We're doing a little Iron Chef Big Schloss.
Good evening, welcome back. We're going on another adventure. This time we are back in the George Washington National Forest, not far from the White Rocks overlook we did earlier this year. I am here with one of my closest and dearest friends, and it's pretty dark, a little chilly right now, and we're gonna night hike into our campsite camping area, and I'm shaking because it's cold a little bit.
A little chilly.
A little chilly. Fortunately, it's only supposed to get down to like 40 degrees tonight. So we got about a mile of hike in tonight, and we're gonna get geared up and start heading in. Well, made it to camp. We got camp all set up out in the hammock again, and Mack is in that little tent there, little Kelty tent. Had a little nip of some Jack Daniels honey before we hit the sack. About a mile in so far. It's actually quite nice right now, not super cold or anything like that. So we're just gonna, we hung our bear bag and everything, and we're just settling in for the night, and we'll catch up with you in the morning. Morning. It's morning time. We're gonna get up, pack up, make some breakfast. Got some eggs and some bacon we gotta eat. That's right, I brought eggs and bacon. Some coffee. I think it's like 8 o'clock, 7:30, something like that. I didn't actually look, but we gotta get moving because we got ground to cover. About 8 or 9 miles, so we gotta hike today and get up to the top of Big Schloss. Sounds very southern. And we are in Virginia, West Virginia, but still, away we go. Had a pretty nice little night last night. Said it was very warm to the point where it was sweaty in here. And I had to adjust because I got like a chill from being like kind of clammy and wet. But it was a good night. Stars were awesome last night. And then when the moon came over this ridge back here, it was like daylight. You know, I got up probably around 2 in the morning to go to the bathroom. And it was beautiful out. Me and Mac, we hiked in under night vision, which last night, since there was no moon and it was kind of cloudy, it was pretty challenging. It was fun, but tonight we'll give you a look at what that looks like. We're gonna go up high tonight. We're gonna be up around 3,500 feet or so. It's a Big Schloss, so we're gonna go up to the Sugar Knob cabin, Patsy cabin, the Potomac Appalachian Trail Club. They have a cabin up here for Sugar Knob, and then we'll go and we'll take a left toward Half Moon Mountain, and then another left when we get to the top of North Mill Mountain, and that'll take us down to like Sand Spring, and then hopefully we make it all the way to Big Schloss and can find a decent campsite for the night, right up on top with glorious views of for the morning and for the night, because there's 360-degree views up there, so should be cool. But right now, cool. Breakfast and coffee. Oh, that's hot. Backcountry trail chef getting at it. Let's do this. Bacon.
There we go.
Did you wake up at all last night?
I mean, yeah, I always do.
Yeah.
Like whenever I turn. Especially out here, because I know that I'm on a narrow pad, you know?
Yep. But you were super warm last night, yeah?
Oh, dude, no complaints as far as the temperature went with me. But,
good.
You know, double pad.
Yeah.
That definitely helps.
Making headway up the trail. Climbing and climbing.
Getting there.
Slowly. Actually, pretty quickly. We're moving pretty good. I feel good. Legs feel good. Mac, how you feel?
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
All that army training paying off.
Yeah, a little bit of it.
I think we could both probably use some conditioning, but
oh yeah. Yeah.
Squats are coming.
More cardio, less weights.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I'm not a fan, but you know.
I hate cardio.
Yes, so do I.
This is the only cardio I like.
Yeah, I don't run either. I'd rather do squats and just call it a day.
There's places up there that you can camp too on that mountain. I think that mountain's called Little Schloss.
Little Schloss.
Little Schloss.
Oh, this here's my boy, Little Schloss.
Just cruising along.
And I'm Big Schloss.
I'm Big Hoss. Big Hoss and Big Schloss. Waterfall. Little one. Little baby cascade. That's some good drinking water.
Want to find out?
I mean, I don't really want to get Giardia, so
gotta risk it for the biscuit.
I mean, we could filter it for sure.
Yeah.
So we got up this morning and we were cooking bacon, and all these hunting hounds showed up with like these radio collars, and one of them is up here doing the trail with us, just a little bit ahead of Mac, just cruising along looking for animals to signal. It's pretty different out here in the national forest. So we are almost 4 miles in total to this hike. We've done 3 miles already today. It's basically crushing it up this hill. We've made 1,000 feet of climbing already between last night and tonight. This sweet little stone cabin that you can rent if you're a member or you know someone who is part of the Potomac Appalachian Trail Club. You can get info on renting this and come up here and stay here, which would probably be pretty neat. You got this little fire pit out here, nice and cozy in this little spot. You got good views of the mountains around you. It's pretty sweet. Pretty nice little area. We just stopped to have a quick snack and drink some water, and 5 miles left to go for the day. Killing it.
Campsite with plenty of time.
Yeah, because we need fire.
Big fire.
We need big fire. we've pretty much made it to the top of the mountain. Pretty much. We're up on the ridge right now. Probably have some ups and downs and, you know, little knobs and stuff, but it's pretty sweet view with all the leaves off. It's pretty dope. So we're just cruising along and doing our thing, having a blasty blast. It's definitely chillier up here today than it was when we came in last night, for sure. So just got to keep moving, keep generating heat, stay comfy up here. It's pretty nice though.
Not bad right now.
No. Sun is nice and high in the sky, and it's pretty warm when it's beating on you. So we're just gonna keep on trekking. Yeah, about a mile before our last water source. We'll fill up all of our water and finish out to Big Schloss.
97's the oldest one I see. There's a couple.
Very rustic.
People are still coming though.
Yeah.
It's all 2018, so still staying there. I don't know that I would. More power to you.
Again, I mean, maybe if we got caught in a thunderstorm or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that one time we got trapped in a porta potty.
I remember that.
Yeah.
There's more over here. I eat mountains for breakfast. It's raining and it's windy. Yeah, I'd stay here then.
Yeah. For sure. It's snowing underneath the cross.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Watch your step.
Oh my God. I almost fucking died.
I saw that.
We gotta take it the rest of the way.
Shit, that is a nice piece of standing deadwood too.
It's still going down. Somehow. Well, we thought we had that little downhill spurt we had to go through. Yeah. Oh well.
We just stopped to get water from this nifty little spring here, the sand spring thingy. We are a total of 5.73 miles in. So about 6 miles, 3 more miles to go, 3.25 miles to go. We're gonna charge this out. Should be mostly flat with some puds here and there, pointless up and downs on the ridge walk. We're gonna give it the full send.
Send it.
Send it. We got ourselves an overlook. I'm gonna check her out. Full packs up the hill. Looks like we're facing west. Like my friend behind me.
Hey,
what? Woo! Should have ditch patched.
Yep, told you.
Oh. Whew.
Well, it's worth it.
Yeah? Oh yeah. Look at that. That's West Virginia, fellas and ladies, folks. Whew. That is nice. You can see where we're going now, Mac.
Where?
Right over there.
That big point?
That big point.
Hi, buddy. Come on, bud. Behind you.
Yeah, I see him. What's up, puppy? So there's all these bear hunting dogs out here. Their owners are tracking them with radio collars. Would you just look at it?
Would you just look?
Just look at it. That point over there, that's where we're going. That's Big Schloss. Big Schloss, we're getting close. We're getting close. But man, we needed this for sure. There she is. That's it. That's where we're going right there. We're in the last half a mile. It's nice to be able to see the end, the light at the end of the tunnel, because it's honestly, the whole hike hasn't been hard or like super difficult or anything. But this is probably, well, it's not the longest day I've had recently, but it's packed pretty heavy. And I don't think I've actually done a day this long with this much stuff. So it's been and plus I'm low on food. I need to eat. We've just been kind of ignoring eating so that we can just keep making our miles. But that's it. That's where we're going. That's the light at the end of the tunnel. Yeehaw. Thank goodness. We friggin' made it. Hiked across all of that from that little dip over there, across those two big bumps, and then down these two bumps in front of us until you see where that trail is right there. And now we're up here experiencing a sweet 360-degree view. Oh, I guess it's like 270. It's pretty good, 360. See Shenandoah off in the distance. It's pretty epic. It was worth all the hard work for sure. My shoulder was a little sore. Pack was a little off balance, but what are you gonna do when you get up to a place like this? It's incredible. I dig it. Now we just have to figure out what we want to do about camping. Camping, Mac. We gotta figure out the camping.
Big fire.
Big fire. So big fire is most important. So a sustainable source of dry firewood is necessary for that, because we do have to cook deer steak tonight. I would certainly like to accomplish that feat.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. It's going to happen. Deer steak. Deer steak. Backstrap and fillet, right?
Yep.
Yes, indeedy. We finally got camp all set up. Got all the chores done. We got a good amount of firewood collected. Mr. West is over there getting stuff hot so that we can cook our tasty deer steaks, venison steaks for dinner with garlic red mashed potatoes.
Parmesan garlic baby reds.
Parmesan garlic baby reds. And we're treated to this exceptional, beautiful sunset. It's not as wide open as maybe some of the other spots that are further up the trail and closer to Big Schloss, but we are not far away from Big Schloss. As you saw, the views from up there are stunning. They're incredible. 360-degree views on a bald rock summit. You can't ask for a better day after putting in 7-8 miles, you know, to reach a pretty sweet campsite. We're very fortunate. I mean, again, the campsites up closer to Big Schloss are astounding. I mean, picture perfect backpacking. But we needed buku amounts of wood, and that wasn't available up there because they are used far more frequently than this site is. There's tons of blowdown, there's tons of just dead trees laying around, and we got tools to cut them up, so that's what we're doing. We are just gonna sit here and watch the last few rays of light peek over that mountain, and then once it's gone, it's back to work to get to cooking dinner, and then it'll be several hours of sitting next to a fire, good fellowship with one of my best friends in the world. Couldn't ask for a better partner to this weekend, and a better spot to be. So definitely come out here to the George Washington National Forest. Come check out Big Schloss. If you're into backpacking, you're into hiking long distances, it's not terribly long. I mean, 12 miles over 2 days is pretty casual, but it's a fun hike. It's a fun hike, and it's not like something that's crazy that's going to absolutely destroy you to the point where you can't actually enjoy it. I think that's the best part. We put some work in today, but it wasn't miserable. It wasn't the miserable kind of work. So, very grateful for the opportunity to be out here to just enjoy some wonderful campfire. Oh, and I can feel the heat already. It's glorious. Glorious. Get it. But we have commanding views. I don't know how well this is going to come across, but you can see pretty well through the trees, all the mountains in the surrounding area. You know, here I'm looking east towards like the Massanutten Range and Shenandoah, and that's Virginia, that direction, and then this direction is West Virginia. So I mean, I could run down to the trail and step on the other side of the border and be in West Virginia, which is pretty awesome and makes for some good jokes and fun times. So now we're gonna get back to it. Camp is pretty cozy. I'm over there, my Dutchware 11-foot hammock with Wilderness Logic's Tadpole tarp in porch mode presently. I have a Dutchware winter sock on with hammock gear, quilts, 20-degree underquilt and 10-degree top quilt. And Mack is chilling in this Kelty, was it Salida?
I don't remember.
Some Kelty little 2-man tent. He's had that out quite a bit. It works well. It's fast set up. It's convenient. It's not that expensive. And I think he's got Thermarest Prolite sleeping pad with a Z light underneath, and a North Face Cat's Meow 20, I think.
That is correct.
Man, is the guy good or what? We slept comfortable last night. It was kind of like a hot and cold kind of night because you get kind of sweaty and then you get cold because you're sweaty. For me personally, he slept great, nice and warm all night long. Tonight it's supposed to be much colder, and we are also much higher. We're sitting at about 3,000 feet elevation right now. Last night we were at about 1,700 or so, down a little valley. So, you know, we'll see what the night brings us, but we are looking forward to some adult beverages and nice toasty warm fire and some delicious venison steaks and mashed taters, and I'm pretty sure we have a half a dozen eggs that we're going to cook up also.
Oh yeah.
Mountain House raspberry crumble dessert. We have 2 of those.
All going to use.
All going to use, Mac says. So, for now, the last few rays of light over the mountains in West Virginia. Mr. West, we have been successful in our endeavors to cook deer meat on a flat stone over an open fire.
We have. So we started out the day, long day, lots of hiking. And then we eventually made it here, and that was nice. Walked around, saw some nice views. We did a little bit of furniture making.
We did.
We have our nice 2 chairs here, sit around the fire.
Yes.
And then, Justin, you brought up the idea, hey, that'd be a nice stone along the way. So we took the stone from about a mile out, and I carried the stone for our deer meat.
Yeah.
And now we have a nice stone to cook on. We just cooked some filet. That was phenomenal.
It was incredibly tasty. I was very surprised with how it turned out.
And now we have some backstrap on our stone. We're gonna see how that turns out. We got some mashed potatoes.
We do.
In the pot there.
Tasty mashed taters right in here, and we cooked them over with the little stove. This guy right here, the little jet boil, not jet boil, MSR.
Pocket rocket.
Pocket rocket. Yeah, that thing.
We're doing a little Iron Chef Big Schloss.
Iron Chef Big Schloss. That's right. Backcountry chef.
Yeah, with the prime ingredient being deer meat, some nice venison. So, and my brother shot the deer, so I got to give him credit for that.
Yeah,
but
it's a little windy. It's made the fire challenging, but it seems to. I don't know. We figured it out.
We got a nice hotbed of coals right now. I think it'll burn pretty much anything. So
we got sweet fire. We got sweet food. And this is pretty much how we're spending the rest of our evening, standing around this raging fire, keeping warm. And once the wood gives out, then we'll call it a night.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a while.
It's gonna be a little bit. We got
quite a stockpile.
We got a nice collection of wood.
And we got some stuff over yonder as well. That whole dead tree
we can pull off of.
So. It's going to be a little bit, but that's all right. We didn't go to bed till like midnight last night, so
no.
If we go to bed by 10, we'll be all right.
We got some Jack Daniels. We got some raspberry crumble that we got to eat still. So got a good.
Man, that's going to be good.
We got a pretty decent amount of night left for us.
Yeah, it's going to be nice.
I'm excited because I mean it's fun. I'm having a good time. Like you said, we did some miles today. And I don't know if this is actually going to come across on camera, but
turn your light off. It might help.
That might help. You can kind of make out the lights of the valley off in the distance, which is actually really pretty. The stars are out, really clear right now. But just this wind would go away, then we'd be perfect. We would be absolute perfect shape.
Tomorrow we'll get some shots of the other campsites a little further up towards Big Schloss.
Yeah.
They're a little nicer, but like you were saying earlier, we just didn't have the firewood that we needed to do this Iron Chef Big Schloss.
We definitely needed all this wood that we collected during the day. And
it didn't take us long here.
No, it didn't. It took us about an hour.
About an hour.
Yeah. But so far so good. You know, filling the tummies and just hanging out. So
yeah, if you can go in winter and bring your own meat with you,
definitely,
and find a random stone about a mile out,
that's the best part. Honestly,
highly recommended.
It's my favorite part about winter is that you can bring regular food with you, because
we still got some eggs.
We do. We have eggs. I don't know if we'll get to them.
I think we will.
You think we're gonna? Get
I think I'm gonna get hungry.
Yeah, I mean, you can bring all this food with you because it doesn't go bad. It's done perishables because it's not warm enough to go bad. You know, it's like you're in a refrigerator all day. Because what the high today, I think, was like 40 degrees.
So I put the deer meat frozen in my pack.
Yeah.
What was it? Friday afternoon around 3 o'clock, and here we are Saturday.
Glorious.
At
look at that. Look at that.
Saturday at 6:49, and
that's a thing of beauty right
there. It was thawed, but it was good. Everything was still good.
It was very good. I'm very happy with our experience. For a quick Friday night, Saturday, Sunday morning sort of jaunt, because we're going to head out of here pretty early tomorrow.
Yeah, should be back by around 2 or 3, back home.
Back home, yeah, it's like 3.5 hour drive home. It'll probably be a little bit longer because we're going to stop and eat again. Real food.
5 Guys.
5 Guys?
5 Guys.
All right, I'm down for 5 Guys. Tasty burgers from 5 Guys, or I call anything after leaving a backpacking trip. Food. Love food. So this is going to be the extent of our night. Probably won't film anything else tonight. Catch up with you guys, the viewers, in the morning, and we will just we'll take one more run up to Big Schloss, and like I said, go over the camp, where the different campsites are, and sort of, you know, what they all look like, and then one last view from the top, and pack everything up real quick and just head down the mountain. We have about 3 miles to head out, all downhill, which is great. And that'll be the trip. For, like I said, for a quick weekend jaunt, you know, finish work on Friday night, hike in the middle of the night, and, you know, have all day Saturday to play, and go home on Sunday. I mean, that's not too bad.
I think if you're brave enough, you could probably do it on a Sunday morning. If you wake up at like 3 or 4, depending on how far away you are. Like for us, if we woke up at 3 or 4, we could do it.
Yeah, because I mean, we're from the greater Philadelphia area, Delaware to be exact, but I know most people around the country don't know what Delaware is. Some people think it's a place in Ohio, a county in Pennsylvania, but we're actually right under Pennsylvania, about 40 minutes south of Philadelphia. So, you know, that's where we do all our adventures out of. It's nice because we're within like a 6-hour proximity to some pretty awesome places, the Adirondacks in New York, you know, Shenandoah National Park, George Washington National Forest, Blue Ridge Parkway. You know, we get around. Over the years, we've gotten around, yeah. And I'm grateful to be able to actually be able to share these adventures. You know, not only with my kids involved with the Little Wanderers, but, you know, with my friends as well, you know, for more adult-oriented trips. So, you know, that's the goal of these things. You know, they're sort of learning experiences in general for us as well, because we are not really seasoned backpackers. We just kind of wing it.
No. No.
We just kind of do our thing, and
I mean, it's fun, and we have a great time. But
we certainly learned some harsh lessons over the years.
Not
you know?
the best, yeah. Yeah, melted my shoe one year.
Yeah.
Thought there was gonna be no snow. Ended up being 6 inches. Melted my shoe trying to dry it out. Had to sew it back up. Yeah. We've learned some hard lessons.
Not bringing enough white gas on a winter trip, and having to melt snow and wasting all your fuel and having to leave a day early. Yeah, I did that. So, you know, these are certainly not things that we suggest, you know, you guys should go out and do. Please live vicariously through us.
Yeah.
Don't try this at home unless you're willing to pay the consequences for poor decision making. And we have certainly paid the consequences on more than one occasion.
If you're camping in the winter, bring 2 sleeping pads if you're sleeping on solid ice.
Or bring a hammock with a super sweet underquilt. So
2 pads is my recommendation.
So this is going to be it for today, Saturday. We're going to eat some more food. We're going to just stay warm by the fire, and then we're going to crash and head home tomorrow morning. So we'll catch up with you in the morning as we're breaking down camp and heading over to the summit again, and one last nice shot of the views, and away we go. Thank you guys again for coming along. We appreciate it. I typically don't say this, but you know, if you like what you see on the channel, I plan to do many more videos in this sort of format. you know, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, click the little notification bell so that you're updated every time that I put up a new video. You guys will get the notifications, come and give us a watch. So we'll see you guys in the morning. Thank you again for coming along, and I hope you guys like venison, because we do, and we're gonna eat this thing right now. So good night. Morning. Sunday. Day to pack up and go home. Just been laying here in my bed for a little bit. Just enjoying the view. With some clouds off in the distance, and sunrises happen already, but you can't really see it because of the clouds. But you can see the sun that wants to poke over the clouds right now. It's still pretty, very relaxing and tranquil, if you will. So we're gonna get up, probably run up to the summit one more time, check it out, and a little bit different light, and come back, pack up, quick breakfast, and get on down the mountain. We got stuff to do back in the real world. There she comes, poking over the mountain. So I think that's a mountain. So I actually caught it. That's cool.
What'd you do?
Sun's coming over the ridge right now. Sir. Trail Chef Mack. Thank you, sir.
Oh, I thought there was more water.
You want some of my water?
Nah, I think I'm alright. I like mine a little thicker. Berries and granola. Yes, please.
Oh, this is breakfast. Granola with milk and blueberries that we heated up some water for this morning. And hot food on a cold morning, which is surprisingly not bad right now. No. But it's going to be good. Ran up to the summit as promised one last time to get a good view. It's a little breezy. But it is beautiful. The clouds in the distance, the mist but in the valley. Can't ask for much better than this. Stunning. And again, here you see all the area that we traversed. Basically, we went up this sort of ditch over here, went up there, up on top of that mountain, down around this way, over this hump, and down along here. You can kind of see the trail down there. Good ways. 9 miles yesterday, or 8 miles yesterday, 1 the night before. It was a good day. Any day you get to come out with friends is a good day. Any day you get to go out by yourself is a good day. Just get out. So we finished, we're pretty sure what should be our last uphill section. Fortunately, no more uphill. I'm done with the uphill. But now it's that long 2-mile descent to the bottom over this rocky terrain. I guess it's not too rocky right through this stretch. It's pretty nice though. Views out to Virginia. Bush. Views out to West Virginia. And the trail home. Away we go. We made it down the mountain. 2 miles and 1,100 feet of descent in an hour. Actually, it was probably a little more than that because we were still up on top of the mountain before when it was 10 o'clock. But it was a fast downhill. Fortunately, now we're on like this road, and we're gonna hoof it back to the car. I think we got like 3 or 4 tenths of a mile or something like that. And then this is the trip. This is it. We did it. This is the easy part. We're having some cheese, which is dope.
Smoked Gouda.
Some smoked Gouda. Yeah, so we're gonna go get cleaned up in a gas station bathroom, get some tasty burgers from Five Guys, burgers and fries, and this is it. This is Justin, the Della Wanderer, and my good buddy Mac. We're signing off. See you next time.